teaching and learning are largely a matter of fulfilling our psychological needs. Lacan's work is a rich resource for developing understanding that the primary purpose of teaching and learning is to help all people involved lead personally fulfilling and socially productive lives. In this video, we present to you Jacques Lacan, who is a French psychoanalyst known for key concepts such as symbolic order, imaginary order, order of the real, mirror stage, unconscious, splitting, desire, entry into language, phallus, and suture. But before we get started, be sure to subscribe to Teaching and Learning Central. After that, leave a comment about other aspects of Lacan's work you'd like to hear about. Now, let's get to it. What did Lacan identify as the three constituent contexts for the mind? The real, the imaginary, and the symbolic. Broadly described, the real is fundamentally a derivative of our senses. The imaginary is derived from perceptual and fantasized mental processes, and the symbolic is derived from culture and through language. For Jacques Lacan, the symbolic or the symbolic order is a universal structure encompassing the entire field of human action and existence. The imaginary order originates in the pre-Oedipal phase of development and thus precedes the child's entry into the symbolic order. Within the imaginary order, individuals create fantasy images of both themselves and their ideal objects of desire. What is Lacan's view of the term unconscious? For Lacan, the unconscious is language, the other. So unconscious thought can only be conceived with the same linguistic structure as conscious thought. Unconscious thought is present in conscious thought as an absence. What is Lacan's view of the term mirror stage? During the developmental stage, roughly between 12 and 18 months, a child begins to identify with their own image. Lacan called this the ideal I, or ideal ego. In other words, the child recognizes the self as an I during the mirror stage, not fully symbolically, but in a felt sense. What does he mean by entry into language? For Lacan, the birth of subjectivity is one's entry into language, understood as a syncretic system of signs and social codes that generate meaning. That is, a symbolic order. It is this symbolic order that locates one, forms one, subjects one, thereby enabling one to become an acting subject. Now, the fun part. How is Freud's penis different from Lacan's phallus?
What?
Freud did not distinguish between the penis as an actual anatomical bodily organ and the phallus as a signifier of sexual difference. Lacan generally prefers to use the term phallus rather than penis in order to emphasize the fact that what concerns psychoanalytic theory is not the male genital organ in its biological reality, but the role that this organ plays in fantasy. Hence, Lacan usually reserves the term penis for the biological organ, and the term phallus for the imaginary and symbolic functions of this organ. Why does Lacan use the term splitting? Splitting is rooted in signifying practices. Splitting typically refers to an immature defense, whereby polarized views of self, ego, and others arise due to intolerable, conflicting emotions. What is Lacan's desire? For Lacan, desire is the desire for a lost state of perfect enjoyment that one never truly lost, but still had to lose in order to become a desiring subject. What does he mean by suture? Suture, in medicine, is a surgical procedure of stitching up a wound, whereas, according to Lacan, it is the relationship between the subject and their discourse, or between the conscious and the unconscious. Well, that's a wrap on this video. We hope you found it informational, and if you did, make sure to press the like button and show some love by sharing this video. Be sure to leave a comment about how Lacan's work has been influential in your thinking, teaching, and learning. And if you haven't subscribed already, make sure to subscribe to our channel to check out more mini lessons and summaries on educational topics. Thank you for your service, educators. Until the next time.